August 6, 1945, the United States used the first atomic weapon on Hiroshima, Japan. And 3 days later, the United States struck again, this time on Nagasaki. In the Hiroshima bombing, 2/3 of the city was destroyed. Within 3 miles of the explosion, 60,000 of the 90,000 buildings were demolished. Clay roof tiles melted together. Shadows became imprinted on buildings and other hard surfaces. Metal and stone melted, and people were vaporized. Of the estimated 350,000 people living in Hiroshima at that time, approximately 70,000 died immediately from the explosion, and another 70,000 died from radiation within 5 years. And almost all the victims were civilians, including some of my relatives. So the justification for the bombing was that it saved millions of lives by bringing a war to a quick end. However, many authoritative individuals, such as General and later President Eisenhower and General McCarthy, dispute that claim. By June 1945, Japan already had been defeated militarily, and many believed that Japan would have surrendered by the fall of 1945 without the dropping of the atomic bomb or without an invasion of Japan. Hiroshima and Nagasaki were chosen as bombing targets not for their military value, but for their shock and awe value. The Americans wanted to shock the Japanese leader in accepting an unconditional surrender. Now, the pros and cons of the use of the atomic bomb on Hiroshima and Nagasaki is a hotly debated topic. One only needs to go to the internet and look at all the information there. But for me, the dropping of the atomic bomb on Hiroshima and Nagasaki are events that should be remembered not only for the tens of millions of civilians that I think were needlessly killed, but also for the fact that this event started basically the nuclear arms race. These bombings should remain a constant reminder of the devastating destructive power that nuclear weapons possess and the reasons why we should try to eliminate all nuclear weapons. So in closing, I'd like to commend the organizers for holding this event. 30 years says a lot of the dedication. And this event honors the victims of the Hiroshima and Nagasaki atomic bombing, and it also reminds us of the continued need to strive for nuclear disarmament and world peace. Thank you.
It is beyond comprehension that any government could inflict such horror on an already defeated enemy. Canada had a major role in the production of those 2 bombs. The Consolidated Mining and Smelting Company of Trail, British Columbia, manufactured and exported the heavy water required to make these nuclear bombs explode. Canada continues to be committed to the environmental and military ravages to our planet as we yearly produce over 400,000 tons of carbon dioxide in the mining and fuel fabrication of uranium. Today, 9 countries have nuclear bombs: the United States, Israel, Pakistan, Russia, France, Britain, India, and North Korea. At least 40 other countries have the ability to build their own nuclear arsenal. In spite of all these dangers, today worldwide there are plans to build at least 200 new nuclear reactors. It is obvious we have stunning abilities to produce terrifying weapons. Yet a society that can send probes and cameras to outer space at exorbitant environmental and monetary cost, surely this society is capable of finding solutions to those many problems that drive us to war. The United States spends over $100 billion a year on building and deploying more than 23,000 nuclear weapons. This amount of money is what it would cost to provide health care, education, food, clean water, safe sewage treatment to every one of the 7 billion people who live on planet Earth. We humans embrace dramatically contrary personalities. We love and procreate. We hug and support our children and our friends. But we also fear, hate, inflict pain, and wreak destruction. On days such as this, we make an attempt to come to terms with our destructive urges. We recognize that they exist in us all, and that we need to be constantly working to build a society that enhances our strengths rather than our weaknesses. Canadian writer June Callwood was a model of positive aspects of our humanity. Just before her death from cancer, she was asked if she believed in God. She replied, "I believe in kindness." Each of us is that part of ourselves that is deeply concerned for others, ready to stand up for those who need help, and to confront our governments when necessary. It is this mindfulness for others that can calm the storms of political fear-mongering and selfish, short-sighted actions of people and governments. It is this mindfulness for others that can build a healing society and a healthier planet, resistant to destructive forces. Thank you, Fran. The use of depleted uranium weapons and the storage of nuclear waste, all are a danger we must oppose whenever possible. Let us now observe a moment of silence while we remember the citizens of Nagasaki and Hiroshima, who will be represented later by the lanterns we float on the gorge.